Good day and welcome to another edition of Outsider Genie, where we will be looking at the race meeting today from the 17th of February from Kenilworth on the summer course. Before we look at the fields and the betting, there's a few things I would like to touch on. First of all, for those who are listening to this video for the first time, what Outsider Genie do is we do a form analysis, and through our form analysis, we gave our punters outsider selections which they can add to their own play. And I'll show you a very good example just now how good Outsider Genie actually is in providing selections. This video is sponsored by Norway's Online Bloodstock. Norway's Online Bloodstock is also an initiative from myself where we can assist you to become a racehorse owner. I just want to mention that we have got a thing together where we have got shares in 3 horses, and between those 3 horses from the 22nd of January up till yesterday, they've won so far 55,000 Rand this month. Obviously, we don't get the 35,000 Rand as we just got a 10% share, but I can promise you the thrill that we have, even on Monday, the one horse, he was clear, Homer featured, and I was shouting my head off, and I spoke to the trainer, and then a gust of wind just blew the horse off balance. It's unbelievable, actually. We thought he hit the rail, but he never hit the rail. According to the trainer, a gust of wind just blew him off balance, and because of that, he ran second. But that is fine because we know the horse has got ability, and we know the horse is gonna win soon. So if you want to become part of that ownership for 2,500 and 500 Rand a month, you can buy one share into that and into those 3 horses. So if you're interested, just let me know. You can WhatsApp me here on 083 585 5133 should you be interested in becoming a shareholder in our little partnership that we put together. Then, you can also get subscribe to this video every day to receive notifications. Just click the subscribe now button, ring the bell, and you will be notified every day that this video was posted. And yesterday, I want to give you feedback, was one of the best days outside of Genie. I've had good days. Yeah, they were better, but this is one of the best. Not the best, but one of the best. We gave you, yesterday I gave you, out of 9 races, I gave you 7 winners out of the 9 races. So let's have a look here. First of all, one of my clients took a bet yesterday. This was our daily value bet that I gave you. Was a Fred, number 3, and in race 3, race 5, Plumfield, and then in the best bet was Imperial Duke. So this client went and he took just for 100 Rand. He took those 3 horses, put them in an all to come, and he won 25,000 Rand for 100 Rand. Now I can tell you this customer, he every month, without fail, the end of the month, he pays his subscription and he's making his money. As a matter of fact, he also on Saturday took my selection and some of his selections, and he did a ticket of 6 horses. All 6 horses won, and he collected 57,000 Rand for 100 Rand. And that's what I say is I give you selections. You can play it as is, or you can add your own. So here, this customer for 200 Rand, he's made 60,000 Rand in a few days just following Outsider Genie's advice. I mean, what more can a man do to prove that, how good you are? I mean, I don't want to brag. It is not that I want to brag, but it's the fact. Outsider Genie is the top tipster in the country. Nobody is, but nobody that can tip outsider selections as I do. And at the end of the day, you can either back a favorite, you back a favorite at even money, you put down whatever amount, that horse lose, you're in the hole. Now you back an outsider, you put down 100 Rand, you win 25,000. You can afford that even if the bet doesn't win. You can afford to lose the 100 rand. But when you hit the jackpot, like 25,000 for 100 rand, you are in the money. So I found it very difficult why people will play horses and they wouldn't, subscribe to Outsider Genie. It just doesn't make sense. And then also Outsider Genie, I don't always give you the winners, but I also warn you against false favorites. If you go back on my free videos, you will see how many times I've told people, don't back the favorite. It's not a good price. I will not take that price. And I've been proven, I would think 80% of the time, I'm proven right. So that's also a way that Outsider Genie save you money by warning you, stay away from this favorite. It's not worth the money to put it. But still, people would rather follow their own advice. Sometimes I see these guys in groups, all these wannabes, and I'm not shooting everybody down. Everybody can post these selections, but some of these wannabe tipsters, the thing they tip, you cannot believe that people can. But anyway, I'm not here to shoot down anybody. I'm here to tell people that Outsider Genie is the best in the country. Nobody can beat me in selecting outsiders. Anybody can select favorites. That's not difficult. Second favorite, third favorite. But to select horses like this, putting your head down, tipping a 15-1 shot, I can't find tipsters who are willing to do that. Right. So, and then on top of that, I also give you some other selection. I gave you my outsider selections. You remember how I work? I give you my outright winner. That is the winner that I think will win the race. Then I give you my outsider selections, which is per race. I give you two horses, which I think, in terms of outsiders, can either win or place in that race. So I gave you, say, 6 outsider selection, number 11, Travelling Wilbury, which was 9-2 at that stage. They backed it into favorite. I gave you in race 8, number 2, Prince Evlanoff, 6-1 when I did my selections, backed into favorite. And then if you go and listen to my video, in my video, I said in the last race, and it was the last horse before I signed off on that video, I said, do include number 7, Louvan, in all your bets. I had it in my quartets, my trifectas, everything, and then it arrived at 53-1. Wow, what a man. Give the man a bells, even if I have to say that myself. And then I suggested pick 6 for 150 Rand, 1%. You got back 523 Rand 90. So if you subscribe to, you want to subscribe, I've got a special offer now for only 200 Rand. You can get my selections from now till the end of February for 200 Rand. So if you want to, you got a little bit more, you can subscribe for 800 Rand. You'll get the rest of February, March and April for 800 Rand, where my normal price is 500 Rand a month. So if you had to subscribe now, it would have been 1,200, so you save 400 Rand. So when you subscribe to my, what do you get? You get race by race selections, outright winner, and 2 possible outsiders. 2 daily recommended all to come doubles, which also frequently wins. I give you value bets as per my example on top. I give you best bets of the day. I don't give you an 8-10 or a 9-10 that you can find. I give you decent value. Yesterday at one stage, Imperial Duke was trading at 24 to 10 on the horse because there was money for another horse. Then I give you affordable PAs and big sixes. They're not large. You can add on. You can use them. You can use them as you want to, and to your heart's content. Then you get it in a form like this. This is the selections yesterday for the Vaal on the 16th. Let me just scroll up here. So you get it all on one page. You get your doubles there. There you got suggested trifectas, quartets. And as you can see there, I had number 7 in the trifectas and quartets. Obviously, I had it in a pick 6 because of my pick 6. I always play the field. Because if you survive 5 legs, I'd rather go out early, but when I hit that last leg, the only thing that I want to be concerned with is how much I'm going to collect. And yesterday was a case in point, and I was hoping for the bomb to drop, and certainly it did. And I had the field in, so my only worry was that if the favorite wins, then I'm not going to collect a lot. But what I did was I did include the scratchings, and then in my pick six. And if the favorite won, I would have doubled up to 4%. But okay, and then there was my value beast I gave yesterday, Plumfield, Fred, and Imperial Duke, my pick six selection, and my P8. So that is how you will receive that. All right, so and while we're on this topic, I also want to go to quickly before I forget to our sponsors, which is myself. Guys, if you really have dreamed about being a racehorse owner, but you cannot afford it, if you've got a little bit of money, why don't you go for fractional ownership? You can buy through me. I can assist you to buy a share in a horse. If you want to, uh, be on your own, you don't want to be part of a partnership. Like last week, I did a deal for a guy. He had 10,000 to spare, and I got him a 20% ownership in a horse that's going to win soon. The horse is in PE. The monthly cost for that horse is 1,600 rand a month. So, and then also the big expenses is to register as a new owner. I've got something in place where through the fractional ownership, you don't have to pay all of that big cost to be an owner. I'll show you how we can do it. So therefore, if you have some money burning your back pocket and a desire to be a racehorse owner, contact us. We will get you the best deal to suit your pocket. All right, so that brings us to the end of all those. Let's now go racing and have a look at the kennel with cards. Now, guys, I'm just want to go down here to the betting. The first 3 races, I haven't got any selections on, and I'll tell you now why. Because the first race in Kenilworth is a work riders race, and I've seen in the past, I don't know a lot about those work riders, and there's often results that you can't believe, and I rather advise you stay away from that race. If you want to go 11 to 10, good luck. On this horse, Bambizo is one of the more experienced riders, and yeah, certainly there's a good chance that he will win this race. But then again, I want to show you something here. Gaily Girl, this Nzongo also can ride quite well. Corey Lingsley looking for his first winner, hopefully, and that's 25 to 1. Maybe you want to have a look at that. But I don't do selections. But let's me just quickly run through the betting for those who are interested. Voice notes 11 to 10, 5 to 2. La Ami Jean, first timer, 11 to 2. Golden Trip, Chelsea River 10 to 1. In through 13 to 1, Princess Santa 13 to 1, 16 to 1, African Winter 25 to 1, Gaily Gold 80 to 1, Combustion, and the Legendary Lady. And then race 2 and 3 are juvenile maiden plates. I cannot tip on that because I'm a form analyzer. There's no form to analyze. And certainly, I think in this race, the favorite should win. But if you got money to burn and take a chance at 5 to 2, good luck to you. But the Snipes first timers, you never know. So save return 5 to 2, 9 to 2, you know who, 15 to 2, What a Bolt, 8 to 1, Sertaline, 12 to 1, Tsar Peter, 25 to 1, Augusta Green, 40 to 1, Master of Time, 80 to 1, Gimme Royalty Scratch number 2, Captain Persia. Here we have race number 3, Live My Life, 14 to 10, Hero Spence 22 to 10, Fly Better 7 to 1, Zandak 8 to 1, 12 to 1, Moria, 20 to 1, Dame 20 to 1, Kylene, and 33 to 1, and longer the rest. So, guys, yeah, unfortunately, this is the first leg of the pick 6. But the good news for you is all you have to do is you just need to pop in all the race runners. And at that stage, there's only 3 of them, numbers 2, 3, and 5, who has raced before. So you just pop them into your pick 6, 2, 3, and 5. And whatever wins, doesn't matter. because the first race runner home will then count for the pick six. So just pop in those three horses and you're safe for the first leg of the pick six. So let's move on to race number 4. And here the betting is as follows. Number 1, Forgetful Girl, 18 to 10. Adbury Lake, 28 to 10. Pretty Betty, 6 to 1. 10 to 1. Our World, 14 to 1. Regards to all. Mercy Buku, 16 to 10. 1, 20 to 1. Gayton, 69. And Golden Dar, 25 to 1. And longer the rest. So let's have a look at race 4, where my first selection is down here at the bottom. Sorry, this is just a little bit too far. And that's number 10. I really like the look of this horse today. This horse has debuted over 1,200 meters and has been running well. Slow ran on well, race green ran on. And for me, that is definitely a good sign. I'm in the camp of Alderby, like a 28 to 10. Alder de Meyer, nice draw, going 1,400 today. And I think this horse, number 10, Adderbury Lake, is going to be hard to beat at 28 to 10. Really a nice price. In my outsider selections is number 2, which is Our World. Our World has been running on, has ran a few places, and can be involved in a finish. Has got a boom jockey on board, Luke Ferraris, coming from a great win over the weekend. So watch out for number 1, Our World. Here's the favorite, Forgetful Girl. Also a horse that has got ability, I would presume. Has also run well, drawn 1. And I think this will be a deal between the two mates, Van Niekerk and Dumeyer. And certainly number 1, not without a chance, because as Cherry Jam followed up a maiden win with another win. So that certainly makes that form strong. So Forgetful Girl also not without a reasonable good chance. So maybe those two will fight out. And then just my last other outsider selection is number 11, Pretty Betty. Pretty Betty came from behind, running on a 24.6. Marcus on board, but drawn 11. So will probably come from behind again. But surely, a horse that you need to put into your play, Pretty Betty. So then let's move on to race number 5, which is the Carl John Berger Memorial Maiden Plate. What a character he was. And then this Maiden Plate, let's look at the betting. Race 5, number 1, Blinking. That must be Simanga Gumalo's horse, I would think. 16 to 10, 3 to 1 Superior Leader, 7 to 1 Church Haven, Dollar Brand 12, Hereditary 14 to 1, Hickory 16 to 1, and 20 to 1 and longer the rest. And we have a few scratchings here. Number 2, Legitimate, First Among Equals, and Rayu. So let's have a look here at race number 5. Race number 5. My first selection is the favorite, number 1, Blinking. The horse has been running well. Here he ran in a small future behind Seeking the Stars, coming from 13 lengths off, running at 21.9. And he's also did that a few runs before, and drawn 8, but that shouldn't be a problem. Now, guys, I did mention I think on Saturday about the 400 to finish times in Kenilworth, and sometimes there's some 400 the best 400 to finish over 25 seconds. Now, really, that is not good. So if you can find a horse running at 21.9 on a Cape Town track, certainly that is a very good finish. Has got Anton Marcus on board, and I think number 1, Blinking King, is a very good bet in this race. Then outsider selections is number 9, which is Divergent. Now, this is a Franco. The form is not that good, but this horse was gelded in December after his last race and is coming out as a gelding now. I'm sure they had to think hard about gelding this horse being by Franco, because it would have been nice to have a son of Franco standing at stud. But certainly the form suggested that this horse is not going to be a champion, but maybe the gelding would have done the trick. So certainly include Divergent in all your bets, because I've seen horses dramatically improve after the gelding. Then my other outsider selection is number 11, Dollar Brand. The Jeff Woodruff stable is in form. Oscar Noach is in form. He had two winners on Saturday, one for Woodruff and plus another one that he won with the outsider selection. And this horse has been placed there and thereabouts. Certainly a type of form that can surprise in this field. But as I said, I think it will be hard to beat the favorite Blinking King. Blinking but there are horses that can surprise. Here's another horse, number 13, Superior Leader. The only problem with this horse coming from draw 13 is either going to have to do it from the front and then might have the problem that he's going to be run down by number 1, Blinking King. But on the other hand, Grant van Niekerk is extremely competent jockey. He might try and steal it at the top of the straight. So, yeah, I would think Superior Leader also not without a chance. Definitely inclusion in all of your play. Then we move down to race number 6, which is a Fillies Mares 88 handicap over 1200 meters, class B, average minute rate in 85. And here the betting is as follows. Race 6, number 1, Kitty Cat Chat. What a horse. Galactic Star 5 to 1, 8 to 1, Caribbean Sunset, AA 17 to 10, on Captain's Side 16 to 1, 50 Shades of Darker 16 to 1, Marmalisa 16 to 1, and longer the rest. I saw yesterday in a sporting post that this Richmond, they have now are sending Ron Fox run overseas to be covered by Frankel or one of those better horses. But I do think they have another champion here in Kitty Cat Chat. This horse has won 2 races like on a coconut. And I'm sure if Anton Marcus today is just going to sit here, point the horse towards the winning post, and it's going to be race over. Sometimes you see these horses and you just know that this is going to be champions. And I think Kitty Cat Chat certainly falls into that category. 2 runs, 2 wins. And I'm looking forward to watch this race. Then other horses with chances. Number 2 on captain's side, also a horse that always give of his best, certainly inclusion into your quartet and trifecta selections. And then number 3, Caribbean Sunset, a horse that did win last time out, won nicely, beating Mirage, and definitely a horse with ability. And other horses that might have a small chance is number 5. Not a small chance, a big chance. I really like the look of Galactic Star, and I'm looking forward to be a duel between Galactic Star and Kitty Cat Chat. I think that's going to be the 2 horses to beat in this race. We then move on to race number 7, which is a Fillies Mares 90 handicap over 1800 meters. And here the betting is as follows. Number 4, Marina 16 to 10, Scented Misters 9 to 2, Feinball 6 to 1, Jacqueline 7 to 1, Miss Smarty Chance 7 to 1, 12 to 1, Hemmons Embrace, 14 to 1, Moroccan Flame, and 20 to 1, Rewrite the Stars, and 28 to 1, Jolly Josephine. It's not every day that you get Anton Marcus on a 12 to 1 shot, and I like the look of number 1, Hemmons Embrace today. As you can see, this is a race which is a class B84. Now, well, number 1, Havens Embrace, has been running in 91s, 95s, has been running here, if you have a look here, ran 3 lengths behind front and center. I think that was really a good effort. Has beaten Rewrite the Stars before, and is also running there and thereabouts. Has been running against strong opposition and coming down a little bit in class. And I think this Jackson may, out of overreaching by Arch, I don't know if you remember that, was a very good racehorse herself. And I'm looking forward for number 1 to run a huge race today. Other outsider selections in this race is number 6, Moroccan Flame. As I mentioned before, the Jeff Woodruff stable is coming to form, and this horse ran a nice race behind Rain in Newmarket, and I'm looking for him to follow up that good run with another good run. And also here we have Rewrite the Stars, as I mentioned before. Rewrite the Stars, um, certainly not without a chance, has ran close behind Heaven's Embrace, and was also in the same race behind Rain in New Market, but was leading but run out of it, but maybe can stay on this time. And then move on to the last race, which is eighth race. And here the betting is as follows. It is a merit at 76, handicap class C, average merit rate at 77. Race 8, number 2, Warrior 14 to 10, Triple Jet 11 to 2, 6 to 1, Royal Watch, Irish Tractor 7 to 1, 10 to 1, Maximus 14 to 1, Smart Williams 16 to 1, and 20 to 1, and better the rest. Now, here in this race, number 1 is coming with a big reputation. Not number 1, number 2, Warrior. He won well last time out. He's maiden, as did his stablemate, who also won a nice race, a Dynasty. Also won a nice race. But my selection in this race is number 4, which is Triple Jet. Last time out, I said ignore the run behind Seeking the Stars. I don't know what went wrong there, and I did give as an outright selection, not an outsider, as an outright selection. I gave you number 4, Triple Jet Spinley, and I think he can follow up today again here, Triple Jet. Aldo Meyer from draw 1, and I'm looking for him to run a huge race. Then my other outsider selection is number 1, Royal Watch. I think has won a nice race and do have a chance. And number 2, Warrior, certainly you have a big chance. You'll be a fool to leave this horse out and not give it a chance. But as always, I'm trying to look for value as well. Another horse that you can look at is number 5, Maximum. As I said, they've got a boom jockey on board. Now, this horse was gelded since his last run. And as I said before, gelding can make a huge difference. And this horse didn't run too bad, and I think it has got ability, and maybe the gelding will do the trick. So certainly a horse that you need to include into your play. So that brings us to the end of our preview today for Kenilworth. I hope I could point in the right direction for a few winners. And as I always say, break a leg.